We are live.
We are live. Now I just need to see if it's showing up. Hey, we're live. How awesome. Okay. So let me do this. Let me make sure that's muted. And let me do this. Live. Now I just need to see if it's showing up. Okay, we are all there. Hey, we're live. Oh, I said I muted that. So let me do this. Okay, there we go. Got reverb. Excellent. Let's see here. So, welcome, family. As you guys know, I have not been on for a very, very long time. I am in a state called underground construction. It's amazing because I really, it has to be somebody extraordinary, somebody amazing, somebody very special to my heart. I count 10 people in my inner circle, and Mr. Gordon So is definitely one of them. And so it asked me to actually get on and really share why he is one of my best friends, one of my mentors, and one of my guides and navigation systems, one of my GPSs in so many different directions. But we've had a friendship, a kindred spirit of friendship and mentorship to each other for pushing 3 decades. And he has a book that has already hit. He has several books that have hit the #1 bestseller on so many platforms, but he is now launching a book that is making grand strides. And we just want to not necessarily, we aren't here to sell the book, just so that everybody knows that. Anybody knows the state and the season I'm in. I'm not into selling anything, but I am into sharing. And when there's value, massive value, of something that can shift, change, transform your life with quantum leaps, then in turn, I will insert myself in the equation. And this is one of those things. And so I want him to share about the book. And then we're just going to bounce off each other just to really share how really ridiculous this book is that he's just released and launched. And so I want to introduce you for those that don't know. I don't share my confidants too readily and too often for a reason. I don't want any of you guys poaching on them. So, but I'm really excited. Welcome, Deborah. Welcome, Fatnay. My family, Kevin, KT. But yeah, I think if you just stay tuned for about 15 to 20 minutes, I think you'll get a lot of gems. I just accidentally drop gold everywhere, and all you got to do is pick it up in your bank account, and your life will get much richer. So, and I keep people around me that do the same in the law of reciprocity. So that being said, I want to introduce you to some and reintroduce to others, Mr. Gordon So, in regards to what we're sharing this evening.
Wow.
How was that? I'm practicing
Wow.
I'm practicing my master of ceremonies, like my voice in the radio and getting it going. But all that I said is genuine, authentic, and real from my heart. But I am practicing my voice.
Amazing. I haven't heard, I used to live for you coming on. I don't know if anybody watching tonight feel the same way, right? And like, come on, Mr. Nelson, Byron, where are you? Teach, where are you? And so here we are. And I just want to say thank you for coming out of hibernation. I don't know if that's the word.
Yeah.
I think Jim Rohn calls it the 4 seasons of life. And, there's that ants philosophy, and even the best of the best of the best, in my opinion, you are the best of the best of the best. I've seen you in action for, I don't know how long now, right? 20, 30 plus years, yeah. Byron. I've seen you when my son was like knee high to a grasshopper, and the thousands and the thousands of individuals, right? That you've influenced in my life, in my community. And so to be here, you as a friend, right? Just a confidant, my coach, my mentor. I mean, you name it. It's where do we stop, right? People are watching, like, are these guys, are they that mushy? But yeah, listen, what? Thank you.
It's my honor, man. Such my honor. Such my honor. I'm excited about this season. It's funny. I was talking to one of my another friend of mine that's in my inner circle. He's a pastor, and this book really resonates with me because he said, you know, it's like I was asked in an interview just recently. It's like, do you know how many lives you've actually touched? And it caught me, you know, by
Yeah.
surprise, based on the fact that the older I get, the more my ego becomes very small, and I live in a state of humility. But I think in my entire journey, I really never got caught up in how many lives we change. You have changed, I change, based on the fact that it's kind of like a Muhammad Ali or Michael Jordan or Serena. And I use athletic figures because so many people can relate to them.
Yes.
And that is when you stop and you bask in what you've done, you're done. Your journey is done. Your purpose is done. I'm in a season of what is called purpose, passion, and people. You know, and it's living. If I'm not,
where do you come up with all these? Like, I need to know. Listen, like you guys know, right? When the teacher's here, like you take out your notebook, like the 3 P's. Tell me that again. The 3 P's.
Yeah, purpose. Yeah, the season I'm in is called purpose, passion, and people.
Passion and people.
And as I was talking to my pastor yesterday, he said, you know, what is it that where are we pivoting? You know, what are we doing in this next season? And I said, I've been under construction. I want to acknowledge, shouts out to my boy, Dom, Mo, look at you, Mo. Look at you. I haven't seen you. Talk to you, T. I like acknowledging. And that's another thing that's so important is to be acknowledged. Deborah, you know, Fatnay, T,
Fatnay, yes.
Kev, KT. But it's really a matter of, for me, it's not it's abundance is a part of it because I believe the bigger your dream is, the more resources you need. And so it's not about the flex, the flaws. So many people try to pitch me on ideas and opportunities. And I actually have a mastermind tonight. And we have an inner circle in which we rip apart different investment opportunities and businesses all over the globe that are extraordinary, amazing. And it's amazing that the ones that are just discounted or discarded the fastest are the ones that the primary thing is how much money is involved. You know, I mean, and I had this conversation. Ironically, a lot of people ask me about Mr. Brown, Les Brown, and yes. I was one of the handful of people selected to celebrate his 77th birthday yesterday.
Wow. Yes.
And he has more life, you know, because, you know, he's battled cancer for the past decade plus. But it's really ironic that, I hate to use the word older, as I evolve, the more I'm actually turned off with the concept of money. Not turned off with the concept of acquiring it, but turned off with it being the principal focus of money. Me and my partner, we talk about this all the time. And, you know, we call her Miss Mother Teresa. But it's really about, in this season, how many lives can we change? And then in at the end of the interview of this past week, the guy, my partner, asked me, he said, what happens when we die? And my response was, who said we do?
Wow.
Because if we live, right, and I'm toggling between two conversations between a pastor and a confidant, and it's like, when we talk about the fruits of the Spirit, see, too many people live off their talents. So when your talents will get old, whether it's playing basketball, whether it's tennis, whether it's sculpting, your talents will get old. But the Spirit works when you aren't working. So if you can tap into the Spirit to accumulate wealth, not riches. Rich is what you have. Wealth is what you have to give away. But acquire the wealth, which is what Landed for Success is about. It's about landing in a space of where is the turning point or the pivoting point that you no longer are chasing money. That you're no longer saying, okay, so how much money can I make? Okay, well, show me the marketing plan. Okay, how much money is in this? And once you it's funny because once you let go of chasing survival and you start chasing purpose, then the money part becomes a default in so much abundance, way beyond anything you could ever spend in a lifetime. But so few people get through that needle of pivoting in extraordinary fashion, abundance for purpose, that never dies because it clings
Wow.
on to the spirit. And the spirit becomes so genuine and so authentic and so clear that you don't need to mask it. You don't need to hype it. You don't need to sell it. You don't need to get somebody, because if I'm going from here to Toronto, or if I'm going from here to Tibet, and a person comes, let's say I own a plane, I'm the pilot, I got the fuel, I got everything that I need, and I'm at the gate, and people come up and said, man, I heard about where you're going, this, that, and the other. Where are you going? I'm going to Tibet. Oh, I have no interest in Tibet. Then you don't need to get on my plane. See, when you're clear about your purpose, where you're going, you can get rid of 90% of your distractions.
Wow.
Because too many people want to get on your plane and then tell you where to go. It's not a taxi. What I do is not a taxi. I'm so purpose oriented and driven, where I landed for success. Success is an ongoing process. Nobody can tell you that you're successful until the body, the physical part, passes and it transcends whatever they thought this suit we have on, this one outfit that God gave us, is buried. But that's not, Martin Luther King is not dead.
Wow.
Mother Teresa is not dead. Gandhi is not dead. Their spirit was so in alignment with purpose, so committed and convicted with so much passion, that it reached people that they will never meet in that physical form, but lives have been changed for generations. It becomes the part of this season for me, the word that I believe is the most prominent, that stands out the most to me, that I'm so consumed with, is relevance. It's not what you've done. It's not what you've accomplished. It's not the title. It's not the money. It's not the cars. It's not the houses. It's not the plane. It's not I reached the pinnacle of success here and I won Wimbledon in 1976. What allows a person to be relevant? And that's what was so powerful for my conversation with Mr. Brown yesterday. Brother, you have been for 7 generations relevant.
Wow.
Do you know how many
7
people
generations.
are one-record wonders that you don't hear about anymore, and all they can do is live off of, well, if I get involved with this, you know who I am. No, I don't know who you are. That's the problem. You're no longer relevant, and you're still living in a shadow that's been buried in your own mind. Hence, it's called ego, edging God out. That ego is so big because, see, if we are truly who we say we want to be or are in our own mind, if we truly are, as it says, I am biblically, right? If I truly am who I say I am, then I should not have to tell anybody who I am.
Wow. Because
I've served at such a high frequency in such a way where I wish I could share a screen. Two of my, I call them my kids. I love them so much. It came from two. You know, it's like when they're always asking, it's like, what happened today that was the most moving and, you know, pivotal? What happened? What was the most extraordinary thing for you today? 2 things happened today. One, she's on here right now, Fatnay, got me on the phone, and I saw her daughter. I haven't seen her daughter in 5 years, at least 5 years. She's become, she was a child. She's now a woman. She's showing me her nails, and she's very clear as to who I am. I am so alive, as if I'm still a fixture in their house as a family member, not having anything to do with her being Persian and me being Black. Just I'm a fixture with her husband, her children, her dog. That's so to the point of tears. That's moving. Here's the other thing that happened. 2 of my kids, I call them T&O, Ty and Elisa. They had a picture. God, I wonder if I could pull it up. You got to see this. You got to see this. I don't know if it'll do it any justice here. Let me see if I can pull it. I got to show you this. So
that's on her. She has to do it.
So it actually has. So what it did. So I don't know if it's coming out there. So that's a picture, right? Their child Maverick. So I'm gonna try and start from the beginning here.
That's on her. She has to do it.
So their whole wall, they just put up all the pictures. You know how you do your family portraits on the wall of everyone that you want them to know, the grandfather you may never have seen, the cousin that was over here. I need you to know your family. And to have a picture there to make sure that their child knows me for the rest of his life, who is literally not even a year old.
Wow.
That's relevance. You've served in someone's life enough that they need and want their children to know who you are. And they have poured into me as much as I have poured into them. But to have a village of people who have such a, that's landing for, there's no words for that. There's no adjectives for how we impact a life. We don't make a life. Like in the interview, you said, well, how many millionaires do you believe you created? I don't believe we make any millionaires. Like you, like myself, for each other and so many others, we are just a doorway that they still have to walk through themselves to get where they want to be and the success. People, I even dislike when people go, Byron Nelson is a self-made millionaire. I never did anything by myself to get to the excess success. There's not a dollar I earned by myself.
Yes, self-made, right?
I see people claim that, and it's like, or they create that as a caption, and I see it even in some of my bios that other people have written for me. I cringe to understand that you are not a self-made billionaire, self-made multi-millionaire, or millionaire. There is nothing done without the highest level of integrity. I'm involved in a situation right now, Gordon, if I could tell you, I mean, if I could talk about it, it is so atrociously gross to have a person that's been gifted so much trust blatantly. It's one thing, and I was talking to somebody about this today. It's one thing, this deals with landing for success. I need you guys to understand the power of the integrity and credibility of, we're given a credit line. Everybody when you're born is given a credit card of $500, and the ones that reach the epicenter of success, they have that, what you call unlimited card, that black card. You can buy anything. Very few people ever get to that level based on how they serve, based on the credit they build with individuals. And I'm looking at this, and I said, you know, it's one thing to unintentionally, what's up, Jagger? Love you, boy. It's one thing to unintentionally, I miss you, man. Let me just stop and be present to that, because I haven't looked at the chat, but I saw you pop up. And we got to catch up. Got to feed more people, by the way. It's one thing to, and I recognize, Devon, you were on there. We're overdue for a conversation too. I know my brain is everywhere because, you know, Gordon got me triggered, and then I see all the people I can talk to, and this COVID time, I'm so out of touch. It's one thing to unintentionally hurt somebody through lying. I'm definitely guilty of that. It wasn't that I lied. I didn't have all the truth, or I misled, or I left out half the truth. I'm not holier than thou. I think everybody has been in that position. It's another thing to intentionally lie, which I'm also guilty of, based on the fact that I did it for whatever reason, not justifiable in some people's eyes, but to not hurt some people. It's another thing that when you're caught in the lie, that then you create a whole movie of lies to cover up that lie. Now we got a problem. We got a huge problem. And especially when you've been gifted, it was a gift. It wasn't your talent. It wasn't your skill set. Swindling is not it's not a talent. It's not a craft. Some have made it. And I'm like, how does somebody actually fix their mouth and incorporate characters in a movie to create an even bigger lie when people are dying in the midst of this lie? You know, so when we're talking about success, I can share with you one of the things that Mr. Provenzano said to me that probably has stuck with me more than most, that is one of the greatest statements that I live and die by. The longest distance between 2 points is a shortcut. And when we look at landed for success, when you talk about those that want to hear the stories and understand and uncover the stones to truly be successful, embrace and embody the pain and the problems. Get excited about the challenges of becoming what the number one trait of any great leader will always have. It's the number one trait. It's called solutions. That's all a leader does. If you run a restaurant and you don't have enough meat, you got to come up with a solution. If somebody doesn't show up to work and the cashier doesn't show up, got to be a solution. You're going to be a great mother, a great father. You're always going to be coming up with solutions. If you embrace the problems instead of, handling it with piss poor management, with the mentality of, pointing the finger or looking at the blame, and there's some cases where other people are part of the equation and the blame, but you're in the equation. So the moment you take full responsibility of the problem, now you may say, but I didn't create this problem. This person, you are in the equation. You put yourself in a position to be with somebody who created the problem. That was your problem. That was your mistake. Take full responsibility. The ability to respond is what the word means, not react. And managing your emotions at the most critical time. I can't even imagine what the doctors and nurses had to deal with during this COVID time. I can't imagine when firemen are caught up in blaze and lands and acres of lands are being burned. And the solutions that most of our systems come up with is why we have obesity, is why we have people, dying because of pharma, because they're looking for a shortcut. Hey, take this pill. Here, take this shot. Hey, we got something for that. All they're doing is dealing with the immediate, but they didn't fix or cure the root. And that's why it keeps coming back. Oh, cancer came back. It never left.
Wow.
So the lack of responsibility that has plagued our nations is why you look at what's going on with Russia and the United States. Solutions. What's your solution? To decimate a small country of people while two powers go head to head over ego? Wow. I was watching the Olympics. I watched the Americans, then the Americans, then Americans, then Russia, then France. And right behind it, they were showing a documentary, or they were advertising a documentary called Medaling. Right? And I never watched ice skating. I just got stuck watching it because my mother loves ice skating, and she wasn't even around. It's how it's one of those things I talk about, parents and kids. Things are caught, not taught. Wow. Hey, don't drink about it. You can't tell a child what not to do. They're watching you. They're going to catch everything about. So I caught the Olympics in getting high off of ice skating. I don't even like the ice skate. First of all, I don't know too many black people on some ice skates. It's hard to make my roller skates. I'll probably break my ankles. But
we can make Black History Month if you want to put it.
100%. We still in it. And I was sat there and watched, and it was amazing while they were edifying this documentary, meddling in powers that politically reconstruct who wins. And it was actually happening in front of me. If you go, I don't know if you saw it, but if you get a chance, Gordon, go, and every one of you, right? Hey, Tosh. Hey, Dina, I love you guys. Carolyn, see all of you guys. I love you. If any of y'all get a chance, go and look on YouTube at the couples ice skating Olympic Games that are taking place. And what we will understand is really how this whole COVID thing has manifested, how it moved from China, how it's moving here, how it's there. No pointing of blames, just black and white facts. You will see that the United States killed it. And then the United States killed it again. And then Russia came on, and you were like, I can't remember if they were third or fourth. And you just knew there's no contest. They aren't anywhere in here. It was like 10-10. And then Russia came in, and it's like, and I don't even understand the voting of it. And then France came in and killed it. Now, anybody could have picked 1, 2, and 3 for France, America, 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 France, America, France, America, America, or America, America, France. It didn't matter. Russia was nowhere in the race. How did they beat all three of them? Because Putin was sitting in the audience and he was clapping before he even started. He was like, this is done. These are my kids. And and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm not even an expert. I'm a master of success and watching talent. There's no way. No way in heaven. But it goes to tell us that, and this is going to go into Landed for Success. Check this out. In order to be successful, we have to put so much work and sweat equity and passion and commitment into our craft. What's up, Bree? That we are so far ahead of the competition that you are undeniable the best at what you do, the best at serving others, the best at loving on others. People are going to judge you. People want to identify you for, one thing is like, I don't have a boss. I don't have an overseer. I don't drink anybody else's Kool-Aid. I've always ran to the beat of my own drum. You got to be great at identifying the people that you're following that are either mentoring you, coaching you, or opening up doors for you that they have. And in this interview I had shared, he had asked me, tell me about your journey to this point and what's different now than it was before. And I think we've had this conversation. I don't like putting my age on blast, considering I'm Peter Pan and the Black Benjamin. But I will go ahead and take pride in I'm over 5 decades. My first 5 decades I spent, and notice the word spent versus invested, but I did invest not knowing I was spending, and that's how people go broke. Back to understanding Landed for Success. I spent the greater majority of my time and space on being charismatic and arrogantly, prominently, and with great confidence, and knowing I'm probably one of the most charismatic people I know on the planet. Just like Muhammad Ali knew he was #1 in boxing. Serena knows she's #1 in tennis. I do it with confidence, not with just an arrogant ego. But the fallout of that, back to Jim Rohn, my teacher from 2006 to 2009, which I had to go back to his piece on this, was to be very clear that charisma is a false persona that allows you to draw thousands of people if you get great at it. But as soon as you go away, so do they. But if you turn that to the other side, which is where I am in this third life, I got at least 9. So this next 50 is all about character. And character, when broken down from a Greek root word, is taking a mallet and a chisel when they used to do sculpting, and you would chisel and leave something on that picture, and it would leave an imprint that would last forever. And so I used my son in that example, who was really my hero, to understand I don't want to be motivating people. Like I heard, Mr. Nelson, I heard Byron, I heard him speaking. Man, was I motivated. That's the last thing that it's like it was living on purpose, right? That was my purpose in the first part of my life. I wanted to motivate. Motivation to me is like helium. It blows away as quickly as it comes. I had to understand that that's not anything I want to be associated with. I want to be associated with inspiring. See, if I inspire my son because of the life that I lived, and he truly grasps that, it's not getting him to be like me, but he then has a belief system that allows him to be able to know, just like a drug dealer, I can sell drugs. He got a Benz. I can get a Benz. He's selling drugs. My daddy's a doctor. I can become a doctor. He's an attorney. I can be an attorney. It's through the Jewish, the Chinese, as you know, and it's so many. It's like, you're going to be this. And it just takes on a trend and duplicates itself. See, we want to be those individuals that inspire others to know that there is no limit to possibility of what they can accomplish if they truly live their life of the best version of themselves. without playing the Joneses, without trying to compare, without getting caught up in deification, without getting caught up in the Kool-Aid of a company that would just pimp you out to the point that you have no soul left, or you have no belief left, or you don't understand anymore. What's up, Trist? I mean, truly, where we are inspired, that is who every one of us has the potential to be if we live into the greatest version of ourselves and really fight with becoming, I want to be better than that person. Who's that? That person in the mirror. Every morning, that is my conversation. How can I be better than you over the last 24 hours? How can I outwit you like outwitting the devil? How can I outspurn you? How can I outproduce you? How can I outwork you? How can I love more than you? How can I help more than you? How can I create more success than you? That's the game of life. That's when you've landed for success. That's what this book is. That's why every one of you, I'm telling you, you need to get it. This is the second generation. And we say it all the time. Not all readers are leaders, but all leaders do read. You see this behind me? That's all I have around me. That's all. And we start with, as Gordon knows, I keep ordering books to make sure.
Yes,
it's a gift. I keep getting them. I keep wanting to open it back up for myself, and I meet somebody. I'm like, here. I got
it is.
Go right now. Here, go. I need you to get into the subconscious. I need you to break open your mind. I need you to open up your soul. I could do it for you, but you aren't going to listen to me because you didn't listen to your parents, your teachers, or anybody else around you because your ego's in the way. See, if you read and you allow yourself to get the human piece out of the way and you hear it from a third party and you're able to now absorb like a sponge, you're able to let it sit. You're able to there is no better food on the planet Earth except for food that has actually sat there and saturated itself, seasoned itself over time. Just absorb. You got to let it sit because the subconscious will start to unlock things that you can't see and hear while you sleep. You got to open it up. And when you read enough and then activate it, you can't read it once. You can't get landed for success and read it once. You got to read it over. It's like going to see a movie. You go see a movie today and you go see the same movie 4 years later, the best movie you've ever seen, promise you, you'd be like, I didn't see that. I missed that part. I didn't get that. That's how that happened. That's how that sequence of events happened. See, that's what people say. I ask people all the time, have you read the Bible? Have you read Think and Grow Rich? Have you read this? I read that. I read that. Then why is your life still in shambles? Why are you still broke mentally or emotionally or depressed or going through, second guessing yourself or in bad relationships or your finances or your credit still spread? If you're red and you absorbed, because you only need 1 or 2 books, but you got to keep reading until something, it's like somebody talking to you. You got to keep hearing. Sometimes it's like your man or your woman will talk to you and they'll be like, and then they'll talk to you again. You'll be like, talk to you again. And then somebody will say it's like a light bulb will go on. And then you'll go back and tell the same 5 people that you told before, and they're looking at you like, I've been telling you. It's our responsibility to go seek light bulbs, to go seek wake-up pills, to go seek knowledge that will unlock the greatness within you. And once you do that enough, once you read, listen, learn what these books, Landed for Success, and everything else that we're talking about has to unlock that in you, you'll be amazed. Action subconsciously will start happening on a subliminal level. Abundance will start coming to you. Happiness will start coming to you. Serving will start coming to you. And you will start to live a life. See, that's that pivot, right? You start to live a life that so many extraordinary things happen that you live in a state of expectation. I wake up expecting miracles to happen, expecting truth to show up, expecting. And then people are looking at you in awe. And now you have something to write about. It's like, you know what? I need other people to understand how this journey took place.
Wow.
At 40, 30, 20, 60, 70, 80 years old. When is it too late? Only after you've been buried, when the ghost is standing over your grave saying, Yes, I'm the ghost of regret, asking why you never did what you said you wanted to do, be who you said you wanted to be, travel where you said you wanted to travel, love the way you wanted to love, give what you said you wanted to give, do for your family the way. Why are we all sitting here with the spirit thirsty, but you were blocked because of your own ego? It kept you strapped in depression. I'm sorry, I went on a tangent there.
Don't stop. You
know, you wake up a giant. You can tell I haven't been on here for a while.
Yeah.
Camille, hey baby.
Hey.
My whole family, Randy, I'm loving you guys. Tristan, I'm loving. We gotta get over to the island, Tristan. I'm coming to that resort and meet your beautiful bride. Loving it. But yes, this is what it's about, Gordon. It's about truly unlocking the greatness that lives in each human being. I mean, almost to the point where we understand that the blind see better than people who have sight, and the people that are deaf hear more than people that have hearing. You know, we take for granted all the things. We're so busy being broke.
Wow.
And broke, we can be mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. There's so many ways of being broke. We are so busy being broke or broken, you know, which is, and in that, we live in a quiet desperation that we feel like nobody's going to understand us. So we lack that initiative to go actually ask for help or seek help, which circumvented back to Landed for Success. Here's the secret about success. It will never be at your doorstep when you open it.
Wow.
If you don't go looking for it intentionally, hence purpose, passion, and people. If you don't go looking for it with total anal retentive focus, and one might ask, well, what is anal retentive? You have to have a reticular gland.
Wow.
Anal retentive focus is not the power of focus. It's the power of getting rid of distractions. We can't get, and I say we, as a whole humanity, where we destined to be until we learn how to shut off the voices. And here's the hardest voices, the ones closest to you. One of the things I have to share consistently is you have a problem with that person, but you're the one who let them in the door. Wow. You have a challenge with that person, but you're the one who listens to their conversation. Hence one of my other favorite chapters in my book called Boundaries, of learning how to, if people need to learn how to set hard boundaries. Now, some people you just can't get rid of. Your mother, your father, your sister, your husband, your wife. Some people you just can't get rid of. But you can set solid boundaries almost to the point of selfishly protecting your own energy, your own mind, and your own heart and your love. Or they will come and rob it. They will come and hoard it. They will come and what's the word when Gordon, when they come in the property and they don't pay?
Deadbeats?
No. When
Squatters.
Squatters. Man. You know how many people got squatters in their mind right now?
I got squatter rights.
I'm telling you.
I ain't leaving.
They won't. You try. They trying to do it the nice way. They're like trying to call the police. They're trying to have a nice conversation. Like I told them already. Squatters are like, shh. You're gonna have to drag me out of here. You're gonna have to call. You're gonna have to drag. But you can't get mad at them because you let them in. And you knew they were squatting in your space.
Wow.
In your most luxurious, in your most expensive property, the most expensive thing you have on the planet, in your mind.
Wow.
And they just take it up. They think that they're expanding. They're about to pass it on to their children's children and be like,
wow.
I just got me some property. And we didn't even have to pay for it. That fool let us in. We taking up his mind. And they aren't thinking about you one iota. but and they dropping stuff, trash, messing up the garden. They have no respect for the land and not even paying for it, and you let them in.
Wow.
Man. And this is a book by itself. We need to do the third one and just take all this off, Gordon. Just
yeah. Wow. Incredible.
It's amazing. I mean, I have these conversations. I had two of my best friends, Paul and Nicole. I was talking to Ro about this. And it's about protecting. And, you know, I have a friend that just died this week. I have another friend that just died 2 weeks ago. I mean, we all have people that have dead, but it's just, I keep visiting this picture of ghosts, people that we've employed, or spirits that we've employed, because it's the spirit. Remember, I started with fruits, fruits of the spirit, right? We have these spirits that we've employed with massive dreams. But we let human squatters come in and take the space of where the spirit was supposed to drive you to the next level. And I'll turn this over to you because we got to wrap up soon, but I'm going to leave it like this. One of the stories that I love the most, and you know I'm a storyteller, I just, you know, just part of my DNA. And I tell this story quite frequently about the man who's sitting on the pier, and there's about 100 other people, and he's the only one who keeps catching fish. Nobody else catches fish. Nobody else catches fish. All morning, everybody's sitting up there with bait, best fishing rods, everything. He's got a wooden rod, nothing. I lied. I got a second story behind this one. And he sat up there, and lunch break came, and he got his coffee, and he took his rod, and he sat there because he kept throwing the fish back. So they all gathered around him and said, "What the hell is wrong with you? How do you keep throwing the fish back?" And he said, "Y'all don't understand the problem here." He said, "What are you talking about?" So he reached into his knapsack. He pulled out the pan. He sat it there on the curb. And he said, "Watch this." He catches another fish. Big ass trout, this big. He puts it in the pan, which is this big. Trout's this big. Pan's this big. He said, "Do you not see the problem?" And they're all looking at him like furious, like, what the hell is wrong with this dude? He said, "All the fish are too big for my pan." And it's the story of the human race. We go through life with so many adversities, challenges that squeeze the life out of our spirits, and we let our human side show up, that we have these massive dreams that have been shrunk down as if you put white cloth in or you put your favorite outfit in the washing machine and it shrinks. So you're waiting for it to shrink to fit into your life, which is totally amazing. But on the other side of that, here's the second story that goes with that. There was a kid. There's all these white kids. This one black kid was standing in line, waiting to be able to play for and join this band. And all the white kids were laughing at this kid because he was dingy. He had overalls. He was fat, plump, and he had a horn that was all dented and everything else. And they're looking like he's secondhand this, secondhand clothes, secondhand. And you sitting up here trying to get into this band. Kid couldn't have been more at the time than about 13 years old. True story. And his spirit was just troubled by the time he got to the front of the line. Everybody else had played. He's like, maybe I'm not good enough. He almost turned around until one of the teachers came up to him and said, "You waited this long. You need to at least let us hear what you're going to do with this beat up trumpet, and wherever you came from, as far as you came." I think he took 3 hours by bus to get there. When he played that horn and he forgot everybody else and remembered who he was, everybody was mouth open, ridiculously lost. Like, what just happened? And it was the start of a belief system. That kid's name was Dizzy Gillespie.
Wow.
If not the greatest, one of the top 3 players to ever pick up a horn in the history of mankind.
Wow.
And that goes into closing the system that I believe most leaders miss. Most leaders, when they're looking for success, they're looking for people who can close, who can sell books, who can sell objects, inanimate objects, services, products, this. And everybody wants to tell you, find people that know how to make decisions. Find the decision maker. Decision is part of the equation. But the reason why 90%, I'll say 99% of people fail in success, the reason why is because they lead with the decision. Either they were manipulated, they were swayed, they were emotionally turned into something that they didn't even believe or even think about. It wasn't even on their radar, but somebody was so extraordinary with a silver tongue to make them understand you can reach your dreams and beliefs and goals by doing this, that they're like, I at least got to give it a shot. Because they led with the decision and they messed up the equation. It's like cooking. It's like putting flour in the oven before you put all the rest of the ingredients in. It will never come out right. Hence, they become gun shy for any other opportunity on the planet. The equation of putting the batter together with the milk and eggs before the flour. The flour is the decision. But before that, you need the milk and the eggs to stir it up.
Wow.
And that first part is called a belief system. If you don't have a belief in your spirit, in your soul, in someone, intimate relationships, in something or some space, business or personal, it works all the same. It's universal to the human race. The belief system, if I don't believe that this conversation we're having would impact a life, I wouldn't do it. If I didn't believe that you were amazing and a marksman at what you do to change lives, we wouldn't be doing this. If I didn't believe that someone needed to hear what I'm talking about, I wouldn't speak. If we don't have a belief, if I don't believe somebody's going to meet me on a date, why would I drive over there? If I don't believe that this person's equal to yoke, why would I be in a relationship with them? If I don't believe this could be my bride, why would I get married? If you can't give me a belief system, you can have all your desires you want from me, but you have not presented me with a case that gives me a belief system that this equation will work and can work. And until that belief system kicks in, then I don't mind running the stairs. I believe I can get an NFL championship. So I'm Gail Sayers. I don't mind running the stairs. I don't mind being the Karate Kid, wax on, wax off. I don't mind doing what all the things that I don't understand, all the things that are painful, breaking a leg, fractured arm. I don't mind, like Dina in martial arts. I don't mind doing katas. I don't mind sitting up there and doing push. I don't mind holding a position that is painful as hell if I have a belief that the end result is euphoric. It's going to be achieved. I don't mind staying up late at night, getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't mind canceling dates, not hanging out with the boys or the girls. I don't mind turning off the TV or never looking at Instagram or social media or feeling like I need more likes because I need to be validated. I don't mind sacrificing everything from my belief and knowing that I can make a difference by becoming the best version of me. And then I make a decision to do that. And then in the equation of 3, my belief is there. My decision is made. And actions will just start taking place. I do whatever I got to do. We call it WIT. Whatever it takes. We'll do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Wow.
When people quit before they succeed, one of those two in the equation we're missing. And 99% of the time, it's probably the belief system.
Wow.
You got, even as a parent, as you know, a child has to believe in you before they can believe in themselves. As a mentor, that person has to believe in you. There's people that have chosen to believe in themselves and believe in an opportunity before they believed in me. If they believed in me, I would give them the right to become whoever they wanted to be, whether it was for a season or permanent, endorse it and elevate them. But because they're so convoluted in their own head, confused people do nothing.
Wow.
Get the book. Get the book. This was, my whole family is, Kaz. Yeah,
wow.
to elevate, man. It is time to elevate. My underground construction is really, as I was talking to Pastor Ant, is to create so much wealth and abundance that God's angels give me an ovation. That to be able to make a difference in so many people's lives. And if your dreams don't scare you, they're really too small. I don't share my dreams because they're so ridiculous that I already know most people can't fathom the thought.
Wow.
Most people just want to make $1 million today, right? And don't even understand $1 million today makes you broke.
I'm writing that one down.
That's what's really amazing to me. That people want to impress you is like, I made seven figures. Is that before or after taxes? Let's talk that first. And you know, and I mean, you know, and when you talk about health, I mean, we could take this down so many ways of what success is about. When you talk about your mind, your body, your family, your God, your faith, which is one of my favorite words in this season that go right along with relevance, is faith. All that you can't see until the world sees it complete. That is definitely where I live right now, reside. That is my zip code, is faith. Definitely there. So anytime you need me, anytime you want me on, I love you. I'm here. I'm always on call for you. I promise you, you're one of only 10 people on 2 hands, 24/7 doctor available to you because of who you are to so many. And I know your commitment and your integrity to truly, really, really, it so aligns with who I am. I don't need to go into that because that'll be another 10, 20 minutes to just talk about how extraordinary you are. But it's always such an honor to collide with you. Such an honor. And I so love and appreciate you. So.
Thank you.
Definitely, man.
Thank you. Well, I know we got a pair of skates waiting for you anytime you want to come back to Canada. You know, I'm sitting there listening to you. I know you've got other things you got to jump onto, you know, but folks, everybody that's watching, I'm not sure about you. I feel like I have to run to the back of the room because I forgot to pay on the way in. You guys feel like that? Like there's so much value. I don't know. I don't know who it is. I just saw somebody, I think maybe it was Anthony. I apologize if I missed your name. Somebody said, I need it. I'm paraphrasing. I just needed to hear your voice today.
Yeah.
Can everyone relate to that? I mean, you have been such a joy, a blessing to me, my life, my family's life, so many people's lives. And I so much appreciate you being here. And, you know, the book Landed for Success, look, it's $2. And it's not the $2. In terms of Landed for Success, regardless of whether you go and get a copy of Landed for Success tonight, doesn't matter anymore, because Landed for Success is about how can we help impact the lives of other people. And I don't know some of the folks in here, like Dom, is that his name? I don't know how many times I've heard you. When you talk about, when you say his name, like there's this huge smile on your face. Like I see names of people like Camille and Fatney, and I don't know these guys, but and I see like the prayer emojis on here. I see people's comments, and it's almost like I've already landed. I've landed for success.
Yeah.
This for me is landing for success. Just the fact that you're back. So I don't know if the folks are watching. They're like, yeah, he's back. I don't know if you're gonna go back into hibernation again. And
everyone that hears my voice and can see this, you know how to reach me. If you don't ever listen to whispers in the alley, don't listen to people's rumors, don't listen to conversations. I'm too accessible of a leader for you to always have access to me. If you want to find me, it may be a delay based on the circumstances in my life, but it'll be a maximum delay of 2 to 3 days ever that I will get back. We can have a conversation. I love this conversation so much that I want you guys to share with everybody, because it has nothing to do with anything but a person's life that wants to be changed. And some people don't even know their life needs to be changed. They have to hear from a third party. You will be blessing people like you have never seen before by sharing. But if this, every person's name you put on here and all that I see in here, Camille, Caroline, I mean, it's my village. They all have direct, Dina. They all have, you know, Tammy. You know, Tammy's like, you will never. She's right up there with Miss Yancey, almost to the point where you'll have to bury me with you if you decide to die, which is a lot of them. And that's when you create that interchangeable, pure agape, that pure love as we have. And that's what I'm about in this season. I don't need excess. Randy, same thing. I don't need any more popularity. I'm not looking for another achievement where it has president, vice president, $1 billion behind it. You know, the organization I'm building now, which is what this is about, which is I'm encouraging each one of you to get this book, prints, and share. It's called GSA, which is God's Stealth Army. You know, the more you have, the less you want people to know you have. The more you have, the more you want to be stealth and make sure your house is in order, because it's not about what you acquire. Lance, I see you, fam. It's not what you acquire. It's what you're able to keep, maintain, sustain, and expand. It's what you're able to keep, maintain, sustain, and expand. So many people have, you know, I've had this, I've had that, I've lost it. It's a graph. It's Wall Street. It's a stock, but you want to see your stock going like this. You don't want to keep seeing it go like this. You know, you want to see it constantly. You know, you may dip every now and then. It's gonna. That's just part of the journey. But you want to be Warren Buffett's stock, Berkshire. You want to be Elon Musk in this season, his stock. Well, it's inflated. Do you have a problem with it being inflated? People are still buying. It's $800. It peaked at $12. By the end of 2022, it's going to be in excess of 2,000 unless it splits. I'm telling you right now. Here's a tip for those that are watching. Go buy Google before March 29th. Go get as much as you can. Go get as much as you can. I told people about this with Tesla when it split 3 times. And it gave everybody a 400 to 500% return on their money in less than 90 days. I'm telling you right now, you need to get it in March before everybody else starts getting it. It's going to split on April 15th. It's going to be a 400% return in less than 3 months. But people don't listen because they're scared of what they don't know. Stocks, I've never got done. So I don't know about, I don't understand. And other people are sitting up here. I don't even have time to go down that alley. That's your gift for tonight. You know, that's just one gift. Our village is so rich in wanting to give for people who seek.
Incredible.
We aren't out looking for people. I'm way past that stage of looking for you. If a person wants what's in the storehouse, and it may be too expensive to come in our storehouse, into my storehouse, because you don't want to pay the price of success. There's a price. The price for success is paid for in full upfront. There's no layaway plan. There's a tuition for every learning curve. Anything you get excited about something, catch yourself. You know, I don't count on anything until it's in my bank or in my house or in my life. It's not to be counted on. You can say excitement is a necessity, but it's a temporary thing to just get you to a point of going to seek the knowledge that will give you a belief system.
Wow.
So
incredible.
So that's
incredible.
It. I love you.
Thank you. I'm wondering if we should tell people why we're really here now. I just kidding. Right? Are we ready to do rush hour 10?
110%. 110%. I'm telling you, hey, we are on it, baby. Tristan, I definitely need to catch up with you. Frank, love you. Everybody that's joined, I appreciate you. I genuinely love you and appreciate the support and the love. Share it with people for me. This conversation needs to be shared.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know, it's just so appreciative of you. You know, the folks, some of you guys are looking and watching and thinking, who the heck is this guy, right? And so I can tell you for 3 decades, this man has never, ever let me down. And, you know, I would say, hey, Byron, I need you September. Like, what are we now? We're in
February.
I just know there's a snowstorm outside.
Keep telling you, get the hell out of there.
September, I don't even have to call Byron, remind Byron. I just know September, I've
I
got
will be there.
1,000 people in the room waiting. He's going to show up. I actually remember a time when I believe, I could be wrong, I think, was it the week that your dad had passed away as well?
Yeah.
And you did everything you could to get there. I think you had to get a passport.
Yep.
Like, I mean, you didn't jump through hoops. Like, you jumped through hoops after hoops after. You could have just called me and said, "Hey, let somebody else." Like,
I left my passport at home being discombobulated by my father. I had a layover to get there in New York. I had to go and pay an arm and a leg and find somebody who would give me a passport on the same day in New York. And if anybody knows that process, specifically in New York, it was like going through the desert without water. It was like, are you serious? But it goes back to, the mentality of a success warrior. If the belief is there, I don't care what anybody, I mean, how so many people tell me it's impossible. You can't do it. You got to wait 2 days. You got to if I got to go to the embassy, to the UN, there's somebody who has access to what nobody else can get. Wow. If you are that success warrior with a specific spirit and a specific mentality and an unstoppable mind, I don't care what you want or desire. If it's aligned within the universe and the universal laws of benevolence, love, and truly an unstoppable spirit, somebody is going to grant you access that shouldn't have, because they can see you. They can see you. And it's like, whatever it takes, we're going to make this happen.
Whatever it takes.
So, yeah, man, awesome. I do remember that. Thank you.
Yeah. And that was not the only time. I wish I could, we had more time to share with folks how unbelievable you are. So thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. We're going to talk tomorrow. I love you.
Absolutely.
I love each one of you on here that's on here joining, and everyone who sees this after this recording is done, and everyone I haven't met, and everyone I looked to me, Mr. Troy Wilkinson, responsible for all the hell I've gone through that has blessed me beyond any adjective. My best friend, man, that brother, boy, we have been through wars together. I love you, man. It's just Viv. I'm trying to just not miss anybody. Precious, I love you. She came and sang my birthday and to my mother on my birthday. I'll be talking about everybody on here forever if I stay on here. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Please share this. I love you, Gordon. I'm going to go give me some foodies, and we're going to talk tomorrow.
We'll talk tomorrow. Love you.
Yes, 100%. I love you.
Awesome.
All right, baby.
Thank you.
God bless everybody.